At the beginning of the story, we see two buses traveling down a road. The buses are full of female students who are on their way to school. Among them is a cute girl named Mitsuko, who is busy writing something in her notebook. Her friends tease her, asking why she is always writing notes instead of having fun like everyone else. One of them snatches her notebook, causing her pen to fall to the floor. As Mitsuko bends down to pick up the pen, something incredibly fast suddenly slices through both buses. In an instant, the buses, and all the girls inside are cut in half. Because Mitsuko was bent down, she survives. When she stands up and sees the horrifying scene, she is completely shocked. Terrified, she gets off the bus and starts running. Soon, we discover that the thing that killed everyone wasn't a visible object at all, it was the wind itself. The invisible force begins chasing Mitsuko. While running, she sees 4 girls ahead and desperately tells them to duck, but it's too late. The wind slices through them as well. She manages to save one girl, but shortly afterward they encounter a group of girls riding bicycles. Mitsuko tries to warn them too, but the invisible force kills them just like the others. Even the girl she had saved ends up dying. Panicked, Mitsuko keeps running. Eventually, she reaches a river and is horrified to find countless dead bodies floating there. Victims of the same invisible force. She takes clothes from one of the bodies and changes into them. Later, Mitsuko arrives at a school filled with female students wearing a completely different uniform. This clearly isn't her school. Suddenly, a girl approaches her and acts as if they are best friends. Confused, Mitsuko asks if she really is her best friend. The girl indeed seems to know her well, and we learn that they share a deep bond and care greatly about each other. A strong wind begins blowing again, and Mitsuko immediately becomes frightened and rushes inside the building. Her friend doesn't understand why she is so scared. Mitsuko explains everything that happened, the mysterious wind that slaughtered all the students at her school. To calm her down, her friend takes her to a window and puts her hand outside, showing that it's just normal wind. Mitsuko starts to believe that maybe everything was only a dream. Later, her friend and 2 other girls decide to help her skip class. As the 4 girls try to leave, their teacher catches them. They run away and eventually reach a lake. There, Mitsuko's friend tells the others about her strange experiences. One of the girls suggests that there might be a mirror world where everything is the opposite of this world. She throws a stone into the lake and says that perhaps in the other world she never threw the stone. Suddenly, a crocodile emerges from the lake and devours one of the girls. Shockingly, another girl claims that this proves her theory. That events happening in one world don't happen in the other. Nearby, they notice a bed lying beside the lake and begin playing with the pillows. At the same time, 2 girls are watching them from a distance. One of them is dressed as a bride because the 2 girls have married each other. One friend suggests that they need to do something impossible, something that shouldn't happen according to fate. Although their destinies may already be written, perhaps they can still change them. The girls return to school and go back to class. During the lesson, Mitsuko notices a pillow beside her desk. As she bends down to pick it up, her teacher suddenly starts firing a machine gun throughout the classroom. When Mitsuko looks up again, every student in the class has been killed. Once again, she survives only because she happened to bend down at the right moment. The teacher approaches her and says that she shouldn't have tried to shut down the class and that she is destined. At that moment, 2 girls arrive and try to rescue Mitsuko, but they are killed too. Mitsuko and the remaining survivors run outside, while the teachers continue shooting at them. Those who make it outside are then cut apart by the deadly wind. Once again, Mitsuko is left alone. She escapes through crowded streets and eventually reaches a police station, where she tells a policewoman everything that has happened. The officer points out that Mitsuko isn't wearing a school uniform. When she places a mirror in front of Mitsuko, Mitsuko is shocked to discover that her appearance has changed completely. People are no longer calling her Mitsuko, they are calling her by another name. She learns that she is apparently about to get married. The police officer escorts her to her wedding ceremony. Everyone congratulates her as they travel to a church. There, she finds her best friend waiting. Mitsuko asks what is happening to her. Her friend tells her to stay quiet and simply follow instructions because they are all under someone's control. She helps Mitsuko put on a wedding dress and sends her down the aisle. As Mitsuko walks forward, the guests begin mocking her. Her best friend responds by brutally killing them one by one. When Mitsuko reaches the altar, she discovers that instead of a groom, there is a coffin. When the coffin is opened, a giant pig emerges. Frightened, Mitsuko attacks it with a broken bottle. She and her friend flee the church. Two women at the gate attempt to stop them, but her friend kills them as well. Mitsuko eventually separates from her friend and continues running alone because she realizes that something is seriously wrong. Later, she sees herself in another mirror and discovers that she has transformed yet again. This time, she finds herself participating in a race. Other girls tell her that she's an excellent runner and encourage her to compete. As she starts running, she feels an incredible burst of energy and becomes determined to win. During the race, she sees visions of her dead friends. Then she notices the giant pig and the women from the church pursuing her once again. Some girls tell her that she needs to escape this world. Eventually, Mitsuko reaches a dark and deserted place where several students wearing school uniforms appear. They tell her that they are all dead and intend to kill her as well. Just then, her best friend arrives and kills one of them, saving Mitsuko. Her friend tells her to repeatedly shout her own name. As Mitsuko does so, she gradually returns to her true form. Her friend then shows her a wire attached to her hand and begs Mitsuko to pull it out so she can leave this world. Mitsuko hesitates because she loves her friend and fears that removing the wire might kill her. However, after being pressured, she finally pulls it. Instantly, her friend's body splits into two pieces. At that moment, a gate appears. Mitsuko walks through it and discovers that she has entered a world inhabited by men. Posters featuring her image are displayed everywhere, and several boys are looking at them. One boy approaches her and tells her that she is in the future. Hearing this, Mitsuko faints. When she regains consciousness, she encounters an old man. Nearby is a game, and Mitsuko recognizes herself as one of its characters. The old man reveals that he created the game and has been controlling everything. He explains that Mitsuko died long ago, but he used her DNA to recreate her. Realizing that her entire reality is actually a game, Mitsuko begins to hope that she can still return to her original world. Just then, another man appears and calls her over. The old man tells her to complete the final level. As Mitsuko walks forward, she remembers her friend's advice: if she does something impossible in this world, something that should never happen, she can escape the game. Suddenly, she grabs the man's throat and shouts for everyone to stop playing with their lives. Then she takes the old man's cane and stabs herself in the stomach, killing herself. The old man is completely shocked because he never imagined Mitsuko would do something like that. In that moment, her destiny changes completely. Although she dies inside the game world, she is still alive in the real world. We also see that her other game counterparts eventually kill themselves as well, removing themselves from the game entirely. In the final scene, Mitsuko is shown lying in a snowy area. She has finally returned to the real world. And with that, this mind-bending story comes to an end.